Matthew 13:2. Kai sunekthesan pros auton achloi poloi. Hosta auton eis ploion imbanta kathesthai. Kai pas ha ochlos epiton aigialon hesteke. Remember right before this, we read that Jesus went out of the house and was sitting beside the sea, and many crowds, or I think Young says many multitudes, right? Large crowds gathered to him, assembled to him. That sunekthesan, we'll come back to that in just a moment, so that he, after embarking or after getting into the boat, sat down. So after he got into the boat, he sat down, and all the crowd stood upon the shore. Okay, this sunekthesan, I don't know if you can figure out what that is. You see the sun prefix, and then you yank off the augment, and maybe you can figure it out then. It's from sunago, to gather together. And yes, as soon as you see that theta, and you know that there is an augment in there, then you're expecting this to be a passive, right? The theta is like a big recliner. What we have here, the form is an aorist passive indicative, third person plural to match the third person plural subject, many multitudes. But even though it's passive, it's a medial passive, isn't it? It's a passive form conveying a middle idea. If you read the King James Version, it does translate it as a genuine passive. It says, great multitudes were gathered together unto him. I guess if you did that, you'd have to say there's some implied divine passive, like God, they were gathered together by God, or something like that. But it does seem that really it's just more of a middle idea that's being conveyed here. The crowds gathered to him. And then we have this hosta. We're expecting an infinitive. There's the infinitive, right? Following hosta, we often have an infinitive expressing result. That's from kathemai, to sit. And we just have a present middle infinitive, to sit. And the subject of the infinitive is in the accusative case. That's why auton is in the accusative, so that he sat down. And then we have this participial clause here, maybe temporal, after he embarked in the boat, or it could be attendant circumstance, so that he got into the boat and sat down. And all the crowd stood. That last word there, hesteke, is from the verb histemi. And histemi means to stand. This particular form is a pluperfect. Pluperfect active indicative, third person singular to match the third person singular subject, all the crowd. Remember that the verb histemi, the verb for standing, is often found in the perfect or pluperfect tense, conveying a state of ongoing standing.